USD 2009 Facility Case Study for Module 9 as our EDL955 class for Doc Moody. What we know, there's a public perception as I've become the superintendent here that we've got some pretty angry folks out there, or at least one person wants me to believe so. Our test scores are low. Our kids aren't performing as well as some would like to see. The facility quality is equaling academic quality as far as the public can see. As you can see in our pictures, we've got some issues. The other issue that the public is highly concerned about is that students are walking to school through what they would consider rough neighborhoods. There are some staff perceptions as we received a climate survey from our staff that water damage is throughout classrooms and buildings. There are roof leaks and other structural concerns, that there are some visible mold growing in our building, and that the temperature inconsistencies and humidity issues are leading to some major facility issues. Other staff perceptions, there are some pests that are evident, whether those be birds nesting in our HVAC systems and causing damage, or other types of infestations of insects, things of this nature. That carpet and floor water damages are very hazardous to walk in or to walk around. And they're very concerned about some chemicals, including lead paint that is peeling and chemicals that are leaking in our other areas, like our custodial areas. Teachers want to do something about it. 45% of them say that they would look to transfer buildings or leave the district. 75% of them say that there's a direct impact on teaching and learning from the facilities. Many of them give us a C or lower on any of our facility areas. Over half of them say there's poor indoor air quality, and almost 1/3, 30%, have experienced some adverse health effects due to facility needs. These things specifically concern me. There's a problem and we'd like to fix it. From what I can tell, the problem is this, that the facility is perceptively dangerous and unhealthy. It is hindering a teacher's ability to teach and the student's ability to be successful. It's created such a negative component in our community that we are in a place where we have to make this our first priority. We'd like to fix it. This is the interesting part that I think is very cool. 86%, an overwhelming majority, say they would get involved with facility improvements. Over half of them say they would stay after school or come in on weekends to help without pay to improve our facilities. So here's my plan of action. First and foremost, I want to assimilate professional data. It's clear that there's a problem. The fact of the matter is that perception is reality, and the perception right now about our facilities is not good. I'm going to contact KSDE to help with a facility audit. KSDE, unbeknownst to some, has specific state mandated or state facility audits in place that they will actually help districts with throughout our state. I'm not sure if they're free or not, but I know they exist because a district I've been in has used them before. I'm going to do it very quickly. This has to be a priority. Secondly, I'm going to analyze the data. I'm going to look specifically at the water damage, look specifically at the flooring hazards. The indoor air quality and its temperatures are high on my list. The roofing issues, if the water damage is exactly what they're telling me it is, then that's probably coming from our roofing. Next, I'm going to fix the problem. I'm going to do immediate cleanup. I'm going to organize a cleanup day at school or schools, whichever it takes place. I'm going to use students, staff, and community volunteers. I'm going to get my hands dirty to clean it up and do the easy stuff. We can paint, we can mop, we can clean. We've got carpet cleaners and floor buffers. We can get those out and use those in a team effort. This is something that until a real problem is solved may need to happen like on a semester basis. Maybe we do a fall cleanup day indoor and a cleanup day outdoors in the spring. Secondly, I'm going to prioritize my next step. I'm going to have to get some things contracted. Safety hazards come first. Air quality, contract and solve with monitors and thermostat controls. I'm going to have to fix some flooring issues. Whatever we can do with the existing structure, we can, and I'll have to replace it as needed. Mold, clean it up where we can and hire it as necessary. It's one of those things that we may not be able to fix in-house, but I'm going to have to go get what I need to get that done. Then I want to really fix the problem. In my final steps here, I want to create a plan to first systematically fix the identified issues. These are the short-term things. A couple of the steps I've said before. The biannual cleanup days are going to be easy to maintain. The idea that we can do climate surveys as we make some of these minor improvements. Secondly, I want to maintain a facility success once these identified issues are fixed. This is my long-term goal. How I'm going to do that? I'm going to pay attention to the 4 horsemen that are mentioned and have accounted for throughout the life of our facilities: asbestos, indoor air quality, water management, and waste management. I'm going to create this plan that is quarterly meetings with what I call a facility site council, a maintenance crew member from each building, teacher from each building, the administrators will be involved, and a parent from each building at minimum, to review whatever plan we have in place to maintain our buildings and the process of healthy facilities. Finally, I would say a couple of things about my debriefing and review. I value that this case study presented had such an adversarial point of view to a new superintendent. I think that this is a very real problem that would be inherited as a superintendent. And I think it's very real that a parent would send that kind of an adverse letter to make sure it was there for the new guy or the new girl in this case to see. I think a plan has been needed for a long time at USD 2009, and who knows why it wasn't created or paid attention to by my predecessor. And quite frankly, it doesn't matter where we've been. All that matters is where we're going. I wonder how much money something like this would cost a district. It's interesting. I would really like to be a part of a facilities audit in this day and age, particularly with some of the challenges that this case study presented. I would like to further investigate the busing issues that the community had concerns with, and investigate, I think, further, why is it that we're not busing? Is it something that we really feel like is needed in our district? And if it is, how to take the next steps to figure that out. And it's my belief that facilities have more of an impact on our staff than our students. Happy teachers equal happy everyone. It's amazing to me how great a morale becomes within students and staff when your teachers are happy. And when your teachers are happy, I really believe that everyone is happy.